Disclaimer, or whatever they call it. This channel's for grown folks who still give a damn. I don't do fake smiles, clickbait halos, or algorithm-approved opinions. I believe in free speech, the real kind, the messy kind, the kind that might piss somebody off. If that scares you, scroll on. If it stirs you, stay the fuck here. Hit like if you feel it. Drop at least 7 words in the comments. Don't just go scroll like a coward in church. I'm not here to please, I'm here to speak. And if that makes me the problem, then maybe the problem needed a voice. I'm changing winds, and this is the choice. You don't have to agree, but you damn sure better listen. We teach what they fear by changing winds. We stand in rooms they call neutral until they rewrite the rules. And we burn that word down with questions. You named us a threat. We take the name and sharpen it into a syllabus. They want lectures to bow. We answer with chalk dust and open doors. When a governor points and says, "Hunt," we point back with subpoenas and signatures. You pull a post, redact a title, strip an office. We replace it with testimony. They call curiosity indoctrination. We call it courage doing its work. You trade tenure for a tidy press release. We trade your headlines for juries of minds. Every censured name becomes a rallying cry. Every silence becomes a classroom full. We will not barter truth for comfort, nor sell questions for safety. They want obedience on the roster. We enroll dissent, and it graduates loud. You march with legislation. We march with petitions, turnout, and the law book open. They frame fear as policy. We frame policy as evidence for the record. You threaten careers. We build networks that survive your threats. When they hunt ideas, we teach strategies. Reading lists as armor, debate as drill. You make politics a test. We make civics a lesson in how to refuse to be muzzled. They label a perspective and call it enemy. We label your act censorship and fight it. You strike at professors. We answer with students who know more than a soundbite. When the TV lights up your smirk, we light up lecture halls and legal briefs. You push propaganda under the guise of balance. We expose the scale and tip it with truth. They design purges in committee rooms. We design defense in common rooms. You think you can burn a book by forbidding a chapter. We photocopy it and hand it out. When they aim to kneel the classroom, we teach the posture of refusal. You make patriotism a muzzle. We make it a mirror, demanding better of the nation. They think fear will thin the ranks. They forget how fire breeds foxes and flint breeds sparks. So hear this. Touch a professor, wake a generation. We will teach, litigate, organize, and shout until your silence is drowned. The articles they violated. What you see here isn't opinion, it's law. The very foundation both the United States and Texas swore to uphold, and every move to target professors for their beliefs violates these words written in fire. U.S. Constitution, Article 1, Section 8, created education and research as national priorities to promote the progress of science and useful arts. Censorship of professors strikes directly at that mandate. Article 1, Section 10, forbids states from breaking valid contracts. Tenure and academic freedom are contracts. They're not political favors to be revoked. The First Amendment guarantees freedom of speech, press, and inquiry. No governor, no legislature, no system of higher education can lawfully punish thought or viewpoint. The Supreme Court has said it again and again. Sweezy v. New Hampshire, 1957. Keyishian versus Board of Regents, 1967. The state has no business policing ideas. The Fifth and 14th Amendments protect due process and equal protection under the law. Removing or punishing a professor without neutral procedure violates both. Texas Constitution, Article 1, Section 3, promises equal rights. Section 8 guarantees every person liberty to speak, write, or publish opinions. Section 19 demands due course of law, the Texas equivalent of due process. Section 27 protects the right to assemble and petition the government. Section 29 makes the Bill of Rights inviolate beyond political interference. And Article 7, Section 1 declares that a general diffusion of knowledge is essential to the preservation of liberty. Suppressing that knowledge violates the Constitution's own purpose. We remember the law. The Texas Constitution is not a suggestion, it is command. It declares, a general diffusion of knowledge is essential to the preservation of liberty. To censor knowledge is to wage war on liberty itself. Every act of suppression, every classroom silence, is an act against the Republic. When a governor targets teachers for what they teach, he does not defend freedom. He violates it line by line, clause by clause, oath by oath. He stands in contempt of the very law he swore to uphold. This is not a debate, this is a record, and history is watching. The First Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, the 14th Amendment, Article 1, Sections 3, 8, 19, 27, 29, and 7 of the Texas Constitution, every one of them stands as a witness against this betrayal. The law remembers, the people remember. Every professor silenced becomes a constitutional plaintiff. Every student censored becomes evidence, and every time they try to muzzle a classroom, they remind us what the law demands: defiance. We do not beg for freedom. We inherit it, we guard it, and we will not surrender it. Not to politicians, not to fear, not to ignorance. So let it be written, so let it burn, so let it echo from every campus in this state. We remember the law, and we will make them answer to it. That's it for this one. If you're still watching, you're not just passing time, you're part of this fire. Don't scroll in silence, say something, drop 7 damn words in the comments, or tell me what hit you hardest. Like it, share it, or don't. I don't beg algorithms, but I gotta be real with you. Every one of these takes me 10 to 20 hours. Writing, voiceover, editing, building every image by hand. I don't do it for fame. I do it because these words matter, because truth still matters. If you believe in what we're building, help keep this flame alive. Patreon, Ko-fi, Cash App, Venmo, all under Changing Winds Podcast. I'm not backed by sponsors. I'm powered by people, by you. Stay loud, stay human, stay the fire they can't snuff out. I'm Changing Winds. This was the choice. Until next time, keep the wind moving.